What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you all again. I wanted to talk a little bit on Tide today. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. So let's be entertained. Looking at Tide, you see the charts. This may be one that you've been following or you are just learning about, but it's just been absolutely hammered down ever since the spinoff from BBIG. We see over here had a 52-week high at $18.15 and a low at 91 cents, and it did not take long to get down there. So it makes me wonder what exactly is going on with Tide. How did it get beat down so fast? And what's even more interesting is, check this out. If I pull up Ortex and we look at it here on Ortex, notice the green bars. It's already on the threshold list. How is it already on the threshold list? There's no options that are being played in it, so that we know that it's not either puts or calls that aren't being delivered on. So it can really only be one of two things. It would either be shorting, right? Maybe naked shorting would be a possibility, or the thought that the BBIG fan club has is that they held that float many times over when Tide did the spinoff, and they had to deliver those dividend shares with the spinoff. Was there enough shares to go around to all the holders? Like, what's not getting delivered on? I mean, they might be in your account, but were they able to truly deliver those? And where are we now? I mean, that might be a little bit of a tinfoil hat, but what I'm noticing is the cost to borrow already is pretty high. The average cost to borrow sitting right around 268% as of our live information that we have here, and say currently 206%. So I mean, it's outrageous for the short time that Tide has been trading, and to already be on the threshold list. I just don't understand exactly how that all went down, but I was looking at it. I know there's a strong community there with BBIG, and which probably trickled over into Tide, and we're all wondering and watching and just trying to figure out exactly what is going on. Where will be the bottom? You know, are they going to get it off of the threshold list anytime soon? Are we going to see that impacted in the price? I don't know exactly what Tide is worth or valued at, but I would find it hard to believe that it should be valued somewhere down here below $1 already. Being on the threshold list, it hasn't even had time to try to justify itself what it should trade at in the market. If those were, possibly naked shorts, or it, as far as the short report goes, it doesn't look like it's been over shorted by any means. So how else can it get on the threshold list already besides having naked shorts on there, or that they weren't able to deliver all of those Tide dividends as far as the size of the float goes? So I'm going to keep watching this. I do think that it has a lot of potential, and I want to see how everything starts to get straightened out with the threshold list, how it's going to come off of there, what actually is impacting that. Whenever we get some updates, we'll see if those short numbers climb. But the cost to borrow does look really high for the amount that they're reporting as being shorted, and we'll just see. I mean, I'm curious. It's making its uptrend now, but will it be able to hold? I mean, we got some room to run as far as the 200 MA goes, and we know where the bottom was so far down here at 91 cents. So considering risk to reward, is it worth jumping into and seeing what happens from here? You got to make that decision. I can't make it for you. But always have a trading plan. If you're going to enter into a security, know what your stop loss is before you even get into that play, because it still has not figured out exactly what it wants to do, and we don't like to guess where the bottom is. So we just look for some sort of trend reversal, which it's slowly getting. Obviously, it's been oversold for quite some time now, so we'll see if it starts to pick up some steam and get back moving. I mean, it looks like the RSI is warming up a little bit on it, so maybe we'll see some buying activity start to push back in here and really get a move and see where this thing should truly be trading at. But just wanted to show you what I was curious about as far as how it's already on the threshold list. I have no idea, but we'll look into it and see if we can figure it out. Thanks for coming back and watching another one. If you don't mind, you can hit the like button or subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. Stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.